These, I think, are special skills that soft doms especially should look out for and build that, again, more stereotypical dom types or sadistic dominants might not need to employ. I still think that these are skills that are great for all dominants to have, but most especially soft doms. So here we go. Some skills. Number one, and you guys are gonna, oh, Miss Elle, it's gonna sound like a broken record. I don't care. It's a beautiful record, and we're gonna keep listening to it. Build safety, 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 trust, vulnerability, intimacy. Okay, if you want to build, here's the thing, and why I say this: you want to build physical and emotional safety because if you are not going to be grabbing them by their hair or neck or yelling at them to get them to move, if you're not being very aggressive or pushy with your energy, then that typically means, especially if this is a compatible dynamic, then that typically means that the submissive is not into that kind of energy anyway. So they're going to need incentive to move them. Do you see what I'm saying? If they're not into you pushing them, they need incentive to walk toward you. Okay? So if that's the case, they need to feel safe to approach you. You picking up what I'm throwing down? They need to feel safe to approach you. Versus if you're with more of a sadistic dom, typically you're more of a masochist or have degrading kinks or things like that, then you're going to like the elements of aggression. You're going to like the elements of ravishment or sadism or whatever. And that's not going to make you feel unsafe or off-putting or anything like that. But again, if this is a compatible dynamic and you're looking for a soft dom and you're with a soft dom, then soft doms, that submissive is going to need to feel safe enough to approach you. You can't be so cold and standoffish that they don't feel like they can approach you because you're not behind them pushing them to you, pushing them in the direction you want them to go. You're trying to beckon them to you, right? And I think I phrased it this way in one of the videos that I did is soft domination is not pushing from the top down. It's not throwing or forcing or pushing or anything like that. It's a quiet beckoning. It's a seduction, okay? Second, again, great for all dominants, but especially if you are a soft dom, building devotion within the heart of your submissive is so huge. And so this one really is very organic to the submissive. And what I have found is that what builds devotion so beautifully in a submissive, and again, here's the thing, dominants, don't get down on yourselves. Some submissives will not let you build devotion. Let's just talk about this for a moment. Some submissives are so traumatized and controlling, they will not let you build devotion. No matter what you do, it's not good enough. No matter how sweet and gentle, not good enough. No matter how aggressive and dominant, not good enough. No matter what you do, they're going to find flaw with it because they're not being submissive, they're being controlling. Dominants, don't feel blamed or shamed. Some submissives will not allow devotion to be built. That's why we want to make sure that both parties in this dynamic are healthy and capable of being in their respective roles. So, with that being said, if you do have a healthy submissive who is capable of yielding, capable of surrender, not so triggered and traumatized and controlling, then building that devotion, yes, is a very important, crucial thing to do. And it's going to vary based on the submissive that you have. What I have found, though, as a general rule, that when a submissive feels safe enough to be seen at their messiest and most broken, that's when the magic starts to happen. That's why my goal, anytime working with a submissive, my first goal, especially in a professional context, is to break them. And I'm not saying that to be cruel. I'm saying that because you want to break them to rebuild them. That rebuilding process makes them feel so seen. Literally, like, into me you see. I am looking into your soul, and I'm seeing things about you and pulling things out of you that no one else can see. And it's incredibly deep and incredibly intimate. So I would definitely start there. Think about it. Normally, you're not, as a submissive, you're not the center of attention in your everyday life. You know, it's not like you go and have a meeting with your boss, submissives, and your boss is just locked into you. And they're paying attention to how your lips move when you speak and how you breathe when you get a little nervous, how your neck muscles might tighten in response to a word that they say, where you feel so positively scrutinized that it makes you sink in to this sense of overwhelm, but a really beautiful, like, oh my gosh, I am seen. It's off-putting in a very beautiful way with a submissive that's ready for it.